guys, Scott Sullivan here. Just want to tell you a little bit about what's on this DVD series here. I call this Escapes and Counters because basically what this is my complete system on how to counter the most common grappling attacks. So we cover a lot of things. We cover how to get out of holds, how to counter different submissions. So there's a whole sort of system here that I teach here at my gym that I wanted to share with you guys and put on DVD, make it available to you, and how to counter the most common grappling attacks. And the reason why that's important is because it happens in real life. Now, nowadays, kind of like even the thugs in the world are more educated than they used to be. I mean, their guys are watching UFC or they're learning grappling moves off YouTube. I think I just heard recently about police departments are having trouble with bad guys, thugs, learning chokeholds off YouTube and then going out in bars and using them on people. And the police are like, well, how are we going to deal with this? We got to learn MMA. So it's a real problem that the thugs and the average bad guys or whatever are actually more educated. They're more sophisticated today than they were even 10 years ago. So even if you're not a competitive grappler or whatever, you don't do grappling, you consider yourself a stand-up guy, still you really need to learn how to counter these common grappling attacks because you very likely could run into them. I mean, the typical 18-year-old punk might be learning some jiu-jitsu off YouTube, and it's very common. Guys are watching UFC, like I said, and it's very common for kids and stuff to know this. So even if you're just a stand-up guy and not you don't consider yourself primarily a grappler, it doesn't matter. You can run into somewhat relatively sophisticated, in a sense, grappling attacks on the street. So you need to learn this stuff. And what I like about the way I do things, it's just because one of the things I focus on is simplicity and effectiveness. I don't like to teach moves that are really where you got to be super flexible or super athletic to pull off, because I can't do that. I'm not super athletic or super flexible. So I like things that are simple and effective. They're easy to remember, and that's what's in this course here. It's just simple and effective counters to very common grappling attacks. So what do we cover? We cover escapes from chokeholds, how to get out of the rear naked choke, things like how to get out of the guillotine, and so on. We cover how to get out of the mount position. Some people get on your stomach and they're just trying to pin you down or submit you or punch you, whatever it is. We cover how to get out of that. We cover how to get out of the different variations of the keisagatame from judo, the arm and head hold. Different variations. We cover how to get out of that. We cover how to get out of the typical submissions like arm locks, the other sort of chokes, different things like that. We cover how to get out of the north-south position. That can be a very bad position to be in when a guy's on top of you, and he's got you in north-south. We cover a system on how to get out of that. We cover his whole system on leg lock defenses. Now, this is something that's not, talked about that much or whatever, is how to defend yourself against leg locks. But a guy can learn a heel hook off YouTube, in about 3 minutes, and he could be deadly with that thing on your leg. You know what I mean? It can be very damaging for your leg, I mean. So you need to learn this kind of stuff too. So what we've got here is we've got a whole system that's it's all laid out for you. It's all thought out. And it's easy to follow. You can just follow along, and in a short period of time, you can build yourself up a wall of defense against these common grappling attacks. And it really makes a difference. It doesn't matter who you are, whether you're a stand-up fighter, you think, oh, I really don't need that. Well, yes, you do. You should learn it anyway to be a more complete martial arts. You should ignore this huge area of martial knowledge. Okay, so it's for stand-up fighters. It's also for grapplers. I mean, a lot of grapplers don't know all these moves. So even if you're a grappler, even if you're a white belt or a blue belt or even up to a purple belt. I know a lot of purple belts that don't know this stuff in this series. This series will still give you a good solid foundation on how to get out of the most common grappling attacks. Alright, so if you agree with me that it's very important to have a reliable system of ground defense, I think you'll find this set very helpful.